Coming up on Bondi Rescue.
Happy New Year!
Bondi's 24-hour party people aren't the only ones waking up to New Year's Day headaches. Drugs, alcohol and risk takers overwhelm the lifeguards.
Are you getting angry?
And it's not just the equipment that's at breaking point.
Are you going to be an idiot or are you going to like try and see an idiot? Because tantrum over nothing, mate. What?
Take me back to the sweet times, the happy nights. Everything is gonna be alright in the summertime. Baby, in the summertime, that is where I'll be.
Every New Year's Eve, Australia's Emerald City attracts hundreds of thousands of partygoers. When the music fades down and the lights come up, scores of revellers roll onto Bondi's golden sands.
Top of the morning.
It's a chance to rinse off the hangovers or just keep the party going.
They all want to dance, they all want to have fun, and they all want to see the first sunrise.
Hey, Loza, have you seen the crowd on the beach yet? Unbelievable.
Everyone wants a slice of the pie down here.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
I've been on the beach for 20 years and have worked pretty much every New Year's. I haven't actually seen a crowd like that down here.
Bondi is particularly treacherous for people affected by drugs and alcohol.
Hopefully it all wears off soon and they start snoozing.
Yeah, we're not expecting anything less than a bit of chaos, I think.
Thousands of beachgoers are affected by alcohol.
Just that gentleman out the back having a swim. Come in, mate.
But the lifeguard's first incident isn't alcohol-related. Well, not directly.
The worst thing is coming to the tower and the whole thing smells like a urinal. It's like people have just drained the vein all over the floor up here all night, so I'll have to get the gurney out and give it a bit of a scrub, I think. The ones that are asleep on the beach, we just go around, give them a bit of a shove with the foot and move them on. Hey! Is he moving? There's nothing worse than letting them sleep in 30-degree heat. They get so dehydrated, it actually makes them worse.
We'll get him off the beach because this is the hot, yeah? Okay.
Come on, mate. There he is. He's up.
Buddy, you need some water. You can't sleep in the sun.
It's quite funny because you get different waves of people. And, you know, the first wave's obviously the party revellers down here. And then, you know, we had the surfers come down and they hit the waves and then the families, they've come down with the umbrellas and the kids. So, you know, it really is like an airport. You know, you just keep moving those passengers on.
It's not even 9 a.m. and the rescues are coming thick and fast. By 10 a.m, the lifeguards' rescue tally is well into double figures. To manage the crowds, lifeguards set up an additional third set of flags. It's a rare occurrence at Bondi.
We had 3 sets of flags up on the beach. We had a third sandbank, which we thought was really good to use.
I'm putting a flag up. You'll see me located down where the red vehicle is.
On New Year's Day, there's no room for error. Each cog must mesh perfectly with the next. It only takes one mistake for the machine to fall apart.
Jake was on the jet ski and I was in the tower and Mario was on the sand. We had a swimmer that was in bad shape and going under, and the call was made from Mario to direct Jake to pick up the patient.
Jake, can you come back, please? Come back here, the middle set of flags. Here.
I start calling Jake on the ski, and he wasn't too far from where the swimmers were getting adrift.
Jake is having trouble following Mario's directions.
Here, in front of me.
He keeps saying here. He doesn't know where here is, you know what I mean? Like, he can't say here on radio.
Lifeguards often use the walkway ramps along the beach to identify their positions. First, second, third and fourth ramps are key landmarks.
Me being in the tower, I thought it was my duty to help direct him as best we can, and I sort of came in over the top and tried to help.
Jake, if you can just go to...
Yeah, just in front of you there. No side of the flags, here.
With every passing second, the swimmer gets closer to drowning.
Yeah, just tell me where you are. I've been with those people, they're sweet. Here.
Yeah, I said here. So he couldn't understand where it was.
The problem has already drawn in 3 lifeguards. Then another.
Mario, 4th ramp. You're in front of 4th ramp.
Mario's got to learn to go by ramps. Anyway, Mario had said to him a couple of times over the radio, here, and Jake got really confused.
You got to give me a location, Mars, so I know where you are. I said north side. No, you didn't.
I'm a bit pissed off at the moment.
Finally, Jake locates the swimmer.
Mario came up to the tower and I said to him, "G'day, Muzz, how's it going down there?" And he was quite annoyed.
Yeah, bro, you pissed me off, bro. Mate,
He was really fired up and really angry and just kept going at me.
It was actually the one we called. It was that one over there. On
where he was when I said to him, in front of you there, because he was coming past the flag.
No.
Yeah, I knew where you were looking, mate. I was looking at it. Whatever.
You were saying here. You can't say here on radio. He doesn't know where here is.
Yeah, but
he doesn't know where you are.
I know, but you did the same, and then at the end I said, no, there. I said, on the north side.
Mate, I said,
and then you went to do the rescue.
Mate, he was heading down this way.
I don't agree, bro.
Well, I don't agree either, because...
Yeah, so, whatever.
There was no one in this hole.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances, we were really stressed. We were really under pressure down here, and tempers sort of frayed. And, you know, I think Mario probably needed to vent, and I was in the firing line. And then, of course, because I was under stress too, I probably vented back.
Are you going to be an idiot, or are you going to like try and see? Are you going to fire up and get angry, or are you going to work as a team here and say? Yeah, work as a team, bro.
New Year's Day is the most confronting and challenging day on the lifeguard calendar. It's no time for division in the service.
Get over it. I said to you, I explained it to you just then. Idiots. No, I'm not.
The most challenging day of the lifeguard calendar, New Year's Day, has arrived. Droves of backpackers and tourists are driving lifeguards to breaking point.
Here, in front of me. You got to give me a location, Mars, so I know where you are.
You can't say here on the radio. It was a fact. You're right in front of me. I've got people to watch here. If you want to do this, I'll argue with you outside of work. But, mate, we've got a job to do here. Yeah. You want to carry on like a 2-year-old? I'm not carrying it like you are. 2 years old. Because
tantrum over nothing, mate.
bro. No,
we're a team down here, mate. We don't pick each other up on small little things.
No, it's not little things.
Mario and Singlets have another 9 hours working together before the day will be over.
What the man? I don't need these things.
Strong swimmers aren't usually a problem for lifeguards, except they can unwittingly lure poor swimmers into dangerous areas.
It's the old thing where people that can swim go out there, but I'm not worried about them. It's the people that follow them out there and think it's okay.
Often, experienced swimmers won't accept when lifeguards move them on.
Right, you leave it there, right? Just go over there. Just go. He's just trying to tell me that it's not dangerous. He's just getting pissed off.
Midday, and people waking up from the night before are adding thousands more to the size of the crowd. At the middle set of flags, Nicola's got little to celebrate. Then, Nicola spots a woman floating out to sea.
The lady with the pink thong was sitting there going out to sea, and she had her phone in her hand. I was like, "Are you all right?" She goes, I think I need some help. Hold on to it. And she's kicking there. She's like got her iPhone wrapped in one of those waterproof cases, just sitting there on her pink thong, floating out to sea. Oh, classic.
If only Nicola had the woman's phone number. The message might have made it through. Mid-afternoon, and the outgoing tide is increasing the speed at which Bondi's rips move water and swimmers out to sea.
The first day of 2016, and it's an absolute stunner. So there's a lot of people, and there's just a lot of really bad swimmers.
30 metres offshore, Nicola spots Bondi's next victim. The man is physically large, so head lifeguard Hoppo calls the jet ski for backup. As Nicola's instructions are lost in translation, lifeguard and swimmer are quickly swept further from shore.
I got to him and I was trying to explain to him how to get on the board. He didn't really get it, so I tried to demonstrate, and he goes, "Oh, I see." And so he started hugging the board from underneath. And I just thought, you know what, that's close enough, so.
Thank you.
Min is from Taiwan. While his approach may be innovative, Min's underside board hug technique isn't helping him or Nicola make it back to shore. As Hoppo picks up more swimmers nearby, Min is offered the express service with Mario. But this doesn't go to plan either.
He just was sunk like a stone.
Min, from Taiwan, has introduced a new rescue technique to lifeguard Nicola.
He started hugging the board from underneath.
Nicola would rather see him on the jet ski, but then this proves a failure as well.
He just was sunk like a stone.
After almost 10 minutes since he first got in trouble, Min completes the 30-metre journey back to shore.
Don't worry, just very tired because I don't have exercise in long time. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Better luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to relax. See you.
I wish I could go to relax.
If holidays are the heart of the lifeguard season, then New Year's Day is the main artery. Early afternoon, and lifeguards have already performed over 100 rescues. The jet ski has been pivotal, but it has its limits. The number of people in trouble is so excessive, local surfers must help out.
Let go! Let go! Let go!
But even with assistance from civilians, lifeguards are no match for the latest group to invade the beach.
Well, we are all with Dutch people, and we're going to swim in the ocean with our hats on.
300 Dutch people, probably more. We do that every 1st of January in Holland.
It's the second year of this tradition at Bondi, but this summer the crowd has almost doubled.
The Dutch come down each year and they do their ritual of jumping into the water. Back home, they jump into an icy river.
It's very cool, so that's really a big challenge.
You know, we have no option. They jump into and it ain't an icy rip. It's a fast rip.
While Harry's is not about to pour cold water on the Dutch dash, he and the lifeguards are on high alert for a potential mass rescue on a scale they've never seen before.
I run straight in the water, pretty much where I am, so I don't know how it's going to work.
Just bring maybe be a bit closer and the jet ski in front of the tower.
Here they go. It is their ritual, but for us, it's our horror. You know, we're with people in a rip, and we're still going to watch the rest of the beach. It's a horror.
Hopefully, they all stay close. At least they all got red hats on, so we'll be able to see where they go.
After 5 minutes of frolicking, the Dutch avert danger by staying close to shore.
All safe and sound.
5:30 p.m. and lifeguards are holding on desperately until pack-up time at 7. Earlier in the day, tensions boiled over when Mario and Singlets clashed head-on.
You want to carry on like a 2-year-old?
I'm not carrying it like
you are 2 years old. Because cancer over nothing, mate.
The conflict remains unresolved. but the pair must continue working together. In the tower, Maxie notices 2 swimmers being swept off the sandbank outside the middle set of flags.
There's 2 out there further out where the jet ski is trying to do that rescue.
On the jet ski, Mario is already midway through another rescue. So Singlets leaves his post at the north end to cover.
You might have to go for those 2 if the ski's busy.
Yeah, on my way, man.
Yatesy arrives from the middle set of flags on foot. In the swirling rip, bobbing amongst the crowd, these 2 swimmers could vanish without a trace.
When we got out there, it actually resembled, like, you know, whitewater rapids. There was so much water moving, and there were waves coming from the side and the front. And situations like that, it actually gets really dangerous because you can lose a patient quickly too.
Finally, Mario arrives on the ski. There's no time for arguments now. Two young patients are safely on Mario's rescue sled. But behind him, a 3rd person is in trouble.
Just to the jet skis, right? There's just that lady going under.
I took a few of them on the ski, and I could see Singlets and Yatesy paddling out.
When we got out there, I remember just looking around and going, wow, there's just heads everywhere here.
Another capsize on the jet ski now could prove fatal. A series of waves have swept swimmers off the relative safety of a shallow sandbank into a surging rip. Singlets and Mario are in the midst of a mass rescue.
There's about 10 rescues going on, out of the water.
Further inshore, Yatesy rescues a 4th swimmer.
Wait, jump on, mate, wait. Hold on.
The overloaded jet ski has already capsized today. Singlets backs up Mario so it doesn't happen again.
Give me one. I'll take one.
My priority was to try and alleviate Mario's situation and get him clear so he could drive away and take some weight off the side of the jet ski.
Yeah, it was crazy. There was just heads everywhere. We didn't really know who we were going for. We get out there, we just kind of grab everyone, really. It was crazy. It was a mass rescue sort of thing, so it's just full on. It's chaos out there.
It was a team effort, but Singlets and Mario are yet to resolve their argument from earlier in the day.
The swimming area is closed, out of the water.
Maxie starts packing up the mountain of gear set out that morning, but given the numbers of people still on the beach, it may be premature.
You're going to go to North Corner? I'm not sure.
Maxie spots a pair of swimmers in trouble in the north corner.
Probably in North Corner.
I grabbed the board off the trailer and paddled out there and grabbed him.
One swimmer manages to stay afloat, but his friend is going under.
Hey.
Yeah, as I was paddling out there, I noticed he had the big Ray-Bans on, like, you know, Bellucci and the Blues Brothers.
No 2 rescues are the same, but some stand out more.
You know, over the years doing rescues, see all different types of people, but I never thought I'd see the Blues Brothers drowning.
Edward and Leo, also known as Jake and Elwood, are brothers, but not from Chicago. They're actually on holiday from Brisbane.
Yeah, I was scared and doesn't know how to deal with that situation. So I just wave my hands and wait for the rescue coming. I'm just lucky. Happy New Year.
It's 15 minutes after knockoff, and lifeguards are hoping New Year's Day has run out of surprises.
You know, after rescuing the Blues Brothers, came back to the beach, continued packing up, and the tyre blew on the back of the trailer.
Mate, we got a flat tyre on our trailer.
It could only happen to me.
The flags are down and the beach is officially closed. Yet 10,000 people don't want to go home yet, and no amount of warnings will dissuade them from swimming.
Crazy, I haven't seen Bondi Nation for ages.
There's a very real risk someone will drown if lifeguards leave now. Senior lifeguard Hoppo must make the call.
Hoppo decided to hit the shark alarm to get everyone out of the water because there's a lot of people still getting rescued.
Using the shark alarm to clear the water is something done only in extreme circumstances. Some lifeguards may never witness it in a decade of service. The alarm at the north end works wonders with the crowd. At the busiest south end of the beach, the alarm proves to be a fizzer.
Alarm for the towers don't work.
I went to switch our one on here at the tower and it didn't work, so it didn't go down real well. But at least North Bondi's one worked, and then we've just got to try and clear the water from the south.
Just try and wrap this day up. It's starting to drag on a little bit now.
In the end, lifeguards are forced to stay back late, relying on the megaphone
All of these guys here just come straight back to shore.
And fading light to clear the beach.
Look what happened. Look at the skin. Yeah, I've seen people literally drowning. Yeah, going on the bed. Very bad. We did our best. She's on. Let's go. I want to go home.
Up in the tower, Mario and Singlets have some unfinished business.
Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Hi. 2015? Job done. Done. Come 7 o'clock, we sort of crossed paths and we glanced, looked at each other and then just gave each other a big hug. Come on, baby. You know I still love you. You know I still love you. And, you know, it was all okay. Ciao, Badly. Ciao, Bella.
Next time on Bondi Rescue.
Oh, this guy's in trouble.
Harrison must get rid of one swimmer to reach 2 more. The most serious injury of the season. Frustration as a group of boys leave a girl behind in the rip. And supermodel Heidi Klum drops in to say hi.
Lifeguards in Bondi are the best. They're the hardest.